So hi everyone, today I have the Oppo Reno 12 5G in the studio with me, and I have actually had this phone for about 3 weeks. I have been playing around with it and messing around with it, all the new AI features, all the interesting things about the phone, and I wanted to quickly share my initial thoughts, first impressions. I don't know, you could call this a review, but this is pretty much everything I found in about 3 to 4 weeks of actually owning this phone and using it pretty much every other day. Now, some of the most important details to note about this phone is that it actually comes with Android 14 with the ColorOS 14.1, which is actually pretty good because, it looks really nice, especially when you think about the design and, the way that this phone was built, and it just looks really lightweight. I think it's around 177 grams, which is pretty lightweight, but it's also not flimsy feeling. You can already tell that this is a really, really good mid-range phone. Flagship for some people, to be honest, and it feels really, really good to hold. The fact that the screen is curved to the edges on both sides doesn't make it look or seem like it might break, especially because of the frame around the edges, which actually protects the phone completely. Now, this actually has a 1080p by 2412 display, which is actually AMOLED or dynamic AMOLED, and at 6.7 inches with 120 hertz refresh rate, you can actually game on this phone very comfortably, and you have a very, very good experience. No eye stress or eye strain when you're actually using this phone. Not just for gaming, just general day-to-day use, social media consumption, scrolling through the phone and things like that. It actually looks really, really good, especially because of that refresh rate. Now, of course, like most Android phones, especially even phones from Oppo, this phone comes in like very, very various variations, right? There's the 8GB variation, there's the 12GB variation. This one that I actually have comes in 12GB and 12GB of RAM, and you actually also can get it up to 512GB of storage, which is what I have here today. And there's also the fact that this is actually SD card expandable, right? Unlike most phones these days that don't let you expand the memory and get more storage, you can get expansion with an SD card inside of this phone. Now, this one has like a 3-camera setup on the back, right? With the main camera being a 50 megapixel sensor. It actually takes really, really decent photos and videos. Also shoots up to 4K 30 frames per second, and you can shoot slow-mo 1080p, right? The selfie camera is 32 megapixels, takes really, really decent selfies in pretty much all lighting conditions, and you can also shoot 4K video with it. And yes, this actually has stereo speakers for content consumption. So if you're somebody who likes to like Netflix on your phone, you like to use Prime Video, whatever, Disney Plus, whatever you like to watch on your phone, you can actually do that with this phone, get the stereo experience without using Bluetooth earbuds, because this doesn't actually have a 3.5mm jack. Now, I don't know many phones that are IP65 water resistant and still have like the headphone jack. So I guess it's expected that this wouldn't have the headphone jack. You can enjoy music, obviously, with Bluetooth earbuds, headphones, whatever the case, without any lag or anything like that. It actually still works pretty fantastic. Now, one of the other things that I would like to talk about is the fact that beyond the IP65 water and dust resistance, this actually also still has Corning Gorilla Glass 7. So you can expect that the front glass is pretty strong, right? But in all of the marketing speech and everything that you find out about this phone, they are very, very heavy on the AI marketing. So I wanted to talk very quickly about a few of the AI features that this has. One of the most important ones, or the obvious ones that is being talked about the most, is going to have to be the AI summary feature, where you can do like a sound recording and then you can immediately tap on the button and ask the AI to summarize pretty much everything that the audio is about. And it's basically going to go through that audio, no matter how long it is. And in a couple of minutes, it's going to like give you a summary of everything in bullet points. So if you're somebody who needs like a breakdown of like a meeting or something and you recorded the entire thing on your phone, you can get very quick summaries using the AI features on this phone. Super easy. Now, performance-wise, this actually uses the MediaTek 7300 Energy Dimensity 7300 Energy chipset, which is actually a very, very decent high-performance chipset, especially when it comes to gaming. With this phone, you can play Genshin Impact on very high settings. You can play Call of Duty without the phone getting like super warm or uncomfortable or anything. And there's also the quick gaming panel launch that you can just swipe left to launch. And then you have like things like the game boost and other things that you can activate to be able to get the best out of the phone in situations like this. There's also other really interesting features, like when this phone is wet and you have like water splashed all over the screen and stuff, the touch doesn't stop working. So it doesn't start affecting it or prevent you from being able to actually use the phone in those types of situations. Now, if there was anything that I was going to talk about as a gripe when I actually unboxed this phone the first time, it's the amount of bloatware that I actually got straight out of the box. Like, you unbox the phone straight up and then you log in your details and you're greeted with so many different applications. I mean, I haven't really had to install anything on this phone because pretty much everything came stock inside of the phone. There's like 6 games installed on this phone the minute you bring it out of the box. Now, to the part that's actually really my holy grail, the thing that I love the most about this phone is the charging experience of this phone and the battery capacity / battery life, right? It has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, which is actually pretty decent. I mean, it should take you all day if you're not somebody who is playing video games throughout the day with your phone. But that's not the best part. It's the fact that this phone can actually charge with 80 watts of fast charging, which gives you around 100%, like completely dead to 100%. You can do it in around 45 to 46 minutes. And the charge brick comes in a box with the cable that accompanies that and makes it work super easy. And for somebody who is a Nigerian who probably lives in a place where electricity isn't the greatest thing, right? It's very helpful to be able to know that if you get a quick charge on your phone, you can actually get decent performance, great performance, whatever, without having to like stress about, oh, is my phone going to need to charge overnight before I get a full charge? 45 minutes, bro, and then you're good. With the on-screen fingerprint sensor, the sleek design of the phone, the 3-camera AI system, the actual AI features inside of the phone and all the cool things that it can do, the fact that performance-wise, this is actually a really, really good phone. For the price, I think this is quite impressive. To a lot of people, this would be a flagship phone, right? To somebody who is coming from a really budget phone, this would be like a dream come true kind of upgrade. It wouldn't really see it as a mid-range phone. I also actually quite like that the phone is still very durable, even though it looks rather fragile, right? I mean, there's all the tests that I actually did with this phone where there was like a drill gun and we did it on the screen and everything, and it was still completely fine. There was one instance where it was actually under the tire of a bike, and then the front screen didn't crack or break or scratch or anything, but the back of the thing kind of shattered. I really don't want to do that to this phone. I feel like it's a phone I want to keep and actually use because I enjoy the way it feels in my hand. And that is pretty much my first impressions and how I feel about this phone. Maybe I would actually do separate videos, you know, talking about each individual aspect that I like about the phone, especially the charging. I would like to show you guys that 45 minutes 0 to 100 charging. It's very, very impressive. Anyways, that was about everything I wanted to quickly talk about with the Oppo Reno 12 5G. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan. You're welcome. Because this actually costs around £500, or if you're in Nigeria, this is about 750,000 naira.